How are you single? You're so pretty. Yeah, pretty loud, pretty picky, pretty annoying, pretty crazy. How are you?
That's true. Any guy looking to marry will stay far away from someone like this.
Why are you single?
When I like them, they don't like me. When they like me, I don't like them.
Why?
Have you ever wondered why that is? When you like them, they don't like you. And when they like you, you don't like them. The guy that you want isn't attracted to you. So you need to figure out why that is.
I'm single, but I have 2 children. But my mom takes care of them. But their dad isn't paying child support. But I work. But the money is not enough.
Go be with the guy that you originally had those kids with and try to make it work. And if you can't, then be prepared for the challenges ahead.
Do not get comfortable with being single for too long. It's going to bite you in the ass if you do. You get very comfortable being single. You get comfortable being in your own world, your own routines, nobody else telling you what to do. I should actually preface that and say that no one should ever tell you what to do, but being like, hey, we have dinner plans with so-and-so at this day, this time, be there, be ready. Don't be fearful of commitment. Do not be fearful of getting in a relationship. Do not push somebody away and self-sabotage because you are not used to somebody else being a part of your life. Be single for as long as you need. Do your thing, do your healing work, have your fun, but don't ever pass up the opportunity of being with a good person because you're used to being alone. Unless your intentions are to be single for the rest of your life, your foundation of a strong, healthy relationship is going to narrow down with you being okay with allowing yourself to be vulnerable with somebody that you love. So don't push them away. Just do what you got to do and keep yourself out there and go on those dates.
Well said. I love this girl. Jessica, this is probably the best word of advice I've seen a female give other females in a long time. Even just sharing this message shows that you're looking exactly for what marriage material men are looking for. So thank you. This is pretty awesome and a pretty great video. And it sounds like you've done some good work yourself.
If you're single and not looking for a relationship or not ready for a relationship, have as much fun as humanly possible and enjoy being single. Connect with human beings at scale. That doesn't mean have sex with everybody on the planet. That just means like get out there, connect. You have the time to really connect with other human beings. If you're single and you're looking for a relationship, my advice is if there's a question whether or not the person that you're seeing is the one, or if you can see that person being the one, if you don't see that person being the one, don't waste your time. If you're single and looking for a long-term, potentially lifetime partnership with, don't waste your time if you doubt it. The older you get, the less time you have to build a life with someone. If you're out there looking, don't waste your time with those that you don't see yourself spending a lifetime with.
Great piece of advice from Michael. Yeah, love it. I don't know if this message was aimed for women or men, but overall, it's a good message because it's exactly what people need to hear. There was a time when young women would have their fathers vet out the men that their daughter would be dating. And I didn't really think much of it until I saw some of the videos that started to surface. And there really is some real important things that come along with that, because the father knows exactly what men are like and they know exactly what to look out for, and they can pretty much sniff out the guy if his intentions are good or if his intentions are not good. And if there isn't a father figure in your life, then find a man and give him that duty. Whether it's your brother, brother-in-law, if you have your father, get your father to vet them out. And it sets a specific tone, because when a man is looking to date a young woman and he knows that there's another man involved that's going to be vetting him, it sets a whole new precedence, because he knows that he can't screw around. He knows that he needs to be the man that he is projecting himself to be, that will make the relationship last that much longer. It has a lot more chance to succeed.
While is dangerous. Being alone for a while is dangerous. It's addicting. Once you see how peaceful it is, you don't want to deal with people anymore. Being alone for a while is dangerous. It's addicting. Once you see how peaceful it is, you don't want to deal with people anymore.
This message is pretty true. This message is pretty true. Anybody who learns how to be alone and find happiness, it's a level of independence that only, I wouldn't say few people be able to experience, but not that very many people know how to do that. Most of the time, they feel they have to be with friends. They have to have the TV on. They have to be on their phones. But if you're able to be alone and find that internal bliss, it's pretty magical. It's actually how human beings were designed to be, specifically men. I would say the secret is to know how to be alone, enjoy your own company, but also find someone who you could share your life with.
Will I be in a relationship this year? Darn. Will I be in a relationship next year? Darn. Will I be in a relationship in 5 years? Darn. Will I be in a relationship in 10 years? Darn. Can I have a cuddle buddy? Will I go out on any dates this year? Will somebody ever ask me out? Will I ever ask anybody out? Can I at least have a dog? Will I ever find the love of my life? Darn. Should I get back with my ex? Nope. Will I be in a relationship?
Well, at least you know, brother, what you don't want, so that's a good thing. Good luck to you, brother.
I've been single for 6.5 years, and a very common question has been, do you want a relationship? To which my favourite reply is, it depends what type. It's a common mistake to think that being in a relationship and being single are in any way comparative. Of course, individuals have their own experiences, but there are as many ways to be single as there are types of relationship, which of course relies on the relationship you build with yourself and with other people, which again, there's lots of ways to do. I don't really care for the labels of being single or in a relationship as much as I do my spiritual, mental, emotional well-being and fulfillment while having those experiences. So if you're asking me if I'd rather have a relationship for the sake of having a relationship, the simple answer is no. Because to trade everything I have, it really depends what type.
I am so confused right now, but lovely girl, good luck to you. Hope you find your life partner.
Do I like being single? Yeah. Do I want to be in a relationship? Absolutely. But here's the thing. I'll continue to be single until somebody can match my energy, because I'd rather be single than be in a half-assed relationship.
In this video, I would say finding someone to match your energy. I would just say find someone who you have the ability to relate to. That would, in essence, be matching energy. Good video. Love it.
I'm sitting here at the lake, and I'm looking at this couple. They're sitting there. They're super cute. And part of me is like, shit, I want that. I miss that. But the thing is, I am so happy alone. I'm so happy single. And I never thought I would get to a place. I never thought I would get to this place. I really didn't. And I know when the time's right, that person will come into my life. But for the first time in my life, I'm not out here looking for it. Not looking for anyone. And it feels so damn good to love me and just love where I'm at and value myself, and to know, to trust that I will find someone when the time is right.
Great video, and I agree with you. She looks pretty young, and I would say that getting to that place is something very special. It's spiritual. And when me and my wife found each other, we internally had a conversation with ourselves where we just felt it, and we knew that we were ready to find the one.
Everyone's always like, when are you getting married? When are you having kids? Never! I plan on being the single, fun, crazy, rich, bad bitch forever. I want everyone to look at me and be like,
that my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She a 2-3 drink, that's me.
Wow. Good luck to you. Not something that any man who wants to get married would be interested in, but...
Is it good or bad for a relationship to have a fight from time to time?
Oh, it's a must. I think relationships follow a cycle of harmony, disharmony, and repair. The question is not so much the fighting, the question is really the repair. What they're fighting about is not the towel or the bathroom. What they're fighting about are actually three key groups of themes that are underneath those plot lines: power and control, closeness and care, and respect and recognition.
That's pretty good advice, but in my opinion, you shouldn't be fighting at all if possible. I wouldn't say that fighting is normal. I would say try to find a way to communicate to one another respectfully and try to talk it out. And as you grow old together, that should become less and less because you're getting to know each other.
No woman.
Today, even though we are at the society level that we're at today, our genetics and the way we're wired will always remain where we actually started. If you go back to the days of the tribes, men would go out and they would be the hunters, and the women would stay home and be the gatherers and take care of the children. Part of being a man today is taking the lead, and especially young men, it's difficult because unless you had that figure growing up to show you, and for any of those young guys out there that don't quite understand or trying to figure it out, if you're in your 20s, as long as you're doing something to move towards it, you will eventually develop into that male figure. He will listen to her, and he will still, in the end, do what he has to do to be a man, to protect her, to provide for her, and provide that leadership. She feels safe, she feels heard, and she also feels like she can let go and be in her femininity and trust him 100%.
Just because you're spending time together does not mean it's quality time. What I mean by that is, let's say you and your partner watch a lot of TV together and one person finds that really fun and fulfilling and the other person doesn't really find that engaging. If you watch 4 hours of a show together, the problem with that is if the person who's unfulfilled complains to their partner and they're like, I feel like we never spend time together, what's the other person gonna say? What are you talking about? We spend time together all the time. You and your partner might have different definitions of what quality time means. So if you want a healthy relationship, send this to your partner and take turns answering this question. What does quality time look like for you, and how can you and your partner integrate more of it into your daily lives together?
I would say that this is pretty accurate, but if you're sitting there and you're watching TV with your significant other, if you're just sitting there watching by yourselves independently, that's one thing, but me and my wife will sit there, we'll watch stuff, and we'll ask questions about something we just saw, and it becomes a conversation, and we learn about each other, and it actually becomes fun. And there's not a day that goes by where we don't laugh because we are able to talk about things. We find the humor and stuff all the time. And it's one of the things that we've been able to develop, thankfully.
The quality of your relationship will come down to the quality of your communication. But the quality of your communication will come down to the quality of your listening. You can listen to what is being said. And can you hear and listen to what is being said behind what is being said? For example, this literally happened 50 minutes ago before this call, right? So we were here. Can I share this? Yeah. So we were getting ready for the call. We had like 20 minutes and we were getting ready with all the tech stuff. And Kelly shared. What did you share before?
Oh, I was saying that I feel disconnected.
I could have easily gone into, well, like I'm feeling disconnected, and why are you feeling disconnected? And you shouldn't be feeling disconnected because we had a whole day yesterday and we've been doing all these rituals. Like, why are you feeling disconnected? I could have gone down that route. I could have got very defensive. I could have blamed. I could have judged. I could have made her wrong. I could have made myself wrong. But what did I say after that?
I think you said, what do you need right now?
There's a desire underneath all of that for connection. Okay, well, how about we did some breathing together, we did some eye gazing, we shared what we were most grateful for, what else did we do?
Yeah, we shared what we appreciate, something we appreciate that the other has done in the last 24 hours.
And then instantly, boom, connected. Some people may not be able to clearly communicate their needs because they just don't know how, or they didn't have the healthiest template on how to communicate their needs, or there may just be something in the way because it's vulnerable to say, hey, I miss you and I really want to connect with you. My invitation to you moving forward is see if you can listen to what is being said behind what is being said.
Well done, young man. Look at her. She is happy. This is someone, this is a couple. They are on the perfect road together. He knows what he wants. He knows what she wants. And if he doesn't, he will take the time to ask her. At the end of the day, that's something that I've learned women really, really need, especially looking at the smile on her face. At the end of the day, women are simple creatures. They They just need that communication. And when a man understands what that is and how to do it, it's a life changer. Then you feel like you've got this. You can take this to a whole new level, get married, have children, grow old together. Love this video. Great video.
The person who's been traumatized wants nothing more than love. But because it's so unfamiliar to them, when they get it, they're suspicious of it and they reject it and they test it and they punish the person who's trying to love them unless they meet somebody who's bad for them. When they meet somebody who's bad for them and is also abusive and is also neglectful, this feels familiar. I know how to navigate this person. I'm going to love you with all my heart. But somebody who's consistent, caring and loving, what's wrong with you? Why are you loving me? This can't be real. Let me test you. Let me swear at you. Let me shout at you. Let me pretend to break up with you. Let me test you. But you, the abusive, neglectful, narcissistic kind of partner, you're exactly what the doctor ordered. I know exactly what to do with you, so I'm going to love you endlessly.
This is great advice. You know, there's a saying, water seeks its own level. So if you're a traumatized person, you're going to be attracted to traumatized people. And that's going to feel like home for you. If you're a traumatized person and you meet someone who's good for you, there's definitely going to be some things that will raise suspicion because you've never seen it before. And it's something that you're not familiar with. And as human beings, we all, anytime we're faced with that kind of a situation, you know, our DNA makes us want to dissect it and ask questions because it's posed as a threat, and at the end of the day we want to protect ourselves. These are all the videos that I've reviewed for today. Had a lot of fun, something that I'll probably keep doing at this time. This is my first video, so if there's anything that's missing, please bear with me. This kind of stuff takes time. And if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. Ciao.